Are you a Warzone controller player that is struggling to hit your shots? Well, today is your lucky day. I'm going to be going over the settings that I use for my controller so that I can help you to become more like a pro. All right, here are some control settings that we're going to go over. For my bumper ping, I tend to have that set to off. For flipping the LB and LT and RB or T, I just leave it as the regular settings for my controller. Some people have different recommendations as to how they want to have their stick layout preset. Personally, for me, I like to have it set to default since that is something I'm completely used to. Controller vibrations, this one is kind of recommended to have it off, but for me, sometimes I feel like that I'm hitting my shots better with controller vibration on, but if it's causing a disturbance, I would say to leave it off. But for those who feel like that they need to get their shots are hitting better with it on, then have it set to on. Now, this is the part that is one of the most important settings for your controller. So for dead zone inputs, you're going to want to press this drop down menu. Make sure to have your left stick minimum set to 0 and your left stick max set to 45. And so what this does is that it allows your aim to be more centered around the middle of when the person is in front of you or is from a distance in the middle of your screen, so that your aim is not all over the place on the far left, far right, and it's able to be better centered so that your aim is stickier and is able to be more accurate towards the middle of the enemy player. You're going to also want to have your right stick minimum set to 0 and your right stick max set to 100. This still allows you to be able to move your stick around your screen without any issues, but also when you're locking in your aim, when it's sticking to the player in front of you, it makes it easier to hit your target. And then for your triggers, make sure to set your left trigger and your right trigger to 3. Once that is done, make sure to apply the settings so that it makes sure that it's saved. Then you're going to want to go to your aiming tab up and above here. This one is kind of a personal preference. For me, I like to use 5.5, or it's not too crazy slow, too crazy fast. If you have your sensitivity higher than 10, kudos to you. I'm telling y'all, I think that's way too fast for me, and I think you're crazy for running that, but if it works for you, then it works. Some people also like to use the show more option. I just leave my advanced horizontal stick sensitivity to 1.2, same with the vertical as well. And then as we go down along here at the ADS sensitivity multiplier, I like to set this normally to 0.9. For the sensitivity multiplier, I just leave it normally just as 1.0. And for the vertical aim axis, fun fact about me, I actually play on inverted. Don't play on inverted, please. For some reason, it actually works out best for me. I don't know how. I can technically play with standard, but inverted for some reason likes to work best for me. Go ahead, make fun of me for it. I know it's a weird setting, but hey, if it works, it works. Personally, if you are the typical player that likes to play with your normal typical settings, leave it set to standard. But if you want to try inverted, go for it. Try it. For tactical stance sensitivity multiplier, I like to set this at 0.9. For aim response curve type, a lot of times some people will like to set it to standard. I'm telling you now, set it to dynamic. It helps so that your aim is able to have a faster aim target. It's able to have faster response. So set it to dynamic. For ADS sensitivity multiplayer focus, I would like to normally set it as 1.0. For ADS sensitivity transition timing, set it to instant. For custom sensitivity presume, I like to normally set this to off. If you're a controller player, unless if you have ridiculous aim, set your target aim assist to on. Aim assist type, this is a personal preference. Normally people like to lean between Black Ops and default, which is something that I normally tend to lean on as the two options. You also have precision and focusing. I'm telling you, these two options do not help you. They will only make your aim worse and harder to hit your targets. I've been kind of leaning back and forth. Usually I use default, but for this season lately, as I've been grinding a lot of ranked, I've been actually having better results hitting Black Ops. So I would suggest trying either the default option or set it to Black Ops. For ADS aim assist, make sure to have that set to on. For third person ADS correction type, I like to normally leave it as assist. For motion sensor behavior, I set that to off. And make sure once you have all the settings adjusted, make sure to hit the apply button that's below your screen and then go to the gameplay tab. For automatic sprint, I like to normally set it to automatic tactical sprint. For slide maintain sprint, I set that to off. For auto move forward, I set it to off. For tactical sprint behavior, I set it to double tap. Grounded mantle off, because this is a really annoying setting where you just randomly grapple to stuff. I don't like mantling stuff randomly. I like to normally set it to off. Automatic airborne mantle, I set it to partial. For automatic ground mantle / chain, I set it to off. For slide / dive behavior, some people like to set it to where they like to have it to slide only, because dolphin diving sometimes isn't always the most helpful in certain situations. I just like to have it just in case. And so what works best for me is tap to slide, so where you tap to slide and then hold to be able to do the dive option. Also, some people like to do the hybrid where you tap only the slide and tap while holding sprint in input to dive. But what's best for me that's more consistent, I normally like to do tap to slide. For plunging underwater, I just normally use the trigger option. For parachute automatic behavior is set to off so that you are able to dive completely down and pull your chute whenever you feel like it or whenever you think is needed. Sprinting door bash, I set that to on. There's gonna be times where you're gonna need to be aggressive, push with your team, and be able to make certain plays. Ledge climb behavior, I set that to mantle only. Gas mask activation, I like to set that normally to manual, because sometimes the gas mask can be annoying to deal with in certain situations. Aim down sight behavior, I set that to hold. Change zoom activation, I set that to sprint, tactile sprint focus. For equipment behavior, I set that to hold. Weapon mount activation, I set it to ADS melee. Weapon mount exit delay set to instant. Tactical stance activation for ADS plus down button. Tactical stance behavior set to on toggle. For interact reload behavior, you're gonna wanna set this to prioritize interact because this allows you to be able to tap on weapons, on equipment, on ammo, to just press the action button, whether it's your X button or your square, so that you're able to easily pick up by this tap of one button instead of having to hold it or having to worry about prioritizing other objects around you. Armor plate behavior, I think this is a pretty obvious one. Set it to apply all so they're able to apply as many places as needed. ADS stick swap set to off. Backpack control set it to directional buttons. And then you can just go ahead and apply the rest of these settings as you can see on the screen. So here's the gameplay that it can look like when applying these settings to your controller. And I hope these settings have worked really well for you. Comment down below if you guys really love the settings or if you guys like to see something different, and I'm open to feedback as to what your thoughts are for these settings. But I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is not how I...
It's a good thing I had the ADS, otherwise I was screwed. Oh, I almost had it. I'm gonna climb the second floor.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
This guy landing on roof. Oh, I cracked him and I fell. Oh, wow. Oh man.
Oh.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
You're beamed.
Got that sumbitch. Never doubted you. You got time for another bounty.
Oh my gosh.
Clear for now.
Ooh.
Great job.
He did not know what to do there. Oh. He wasn't running away. I'll take it. Should have ran when he could. Ooh, that guy got beamed.
Mission. Kill confirmed, and we located the rest of them.
Oh.
Resurgence window is in. Watch your six.
Not today, sir. Not today. Shouldn't have played it that way, buddy. Shouldn't have done it. Is this guy jumping out? Yes, he is. Nope. Not getting your load up. Nope. Yeah, that guy's dead too.
Deactivated.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in that tower, without a doubt.
Copy that. Phoenix 2-3 is on station. Strike inbound.
Gas is closing in.
Get him out of the lobby. Get him out of here. Oh, we should definitely go for this team here.
Four remaining.
That's some free beams.
Perfection.
Look at those beams. Oh. And that is how you get your game, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you get it.
Job well done.
All that's left is a window to fall.